Bull, you did not give any thoughts on DTR, so I want to start with you on this.
Right.
But we had said DTR had never gotten a start with a full week of preparation knowing he's the starter. His two
Not
other
this year.
spots,
He did
though.
last
year.
Last year.
Yeah,
Not this year.
Yeah, right.
He had got thrown in the Cincinnati game.
Yeah.
He played in a couple of games.
Yeah.
Never is the full, you're starting, start to finish. How would you grade or how would you evaluate what we saw from DTR in his first real start of the 2024 season?
So the only thing I can say to defend DTR is that the reality is he hasn't played enough in his career to make a full determination. That being said,
what we've seen is awful.
What I've seen from him is not NFL-level quarterbacking, as G. Bush said. I'm not even sure he's an NFL backup, what we've seen. Again, the only caveat, I mean, he's thrown less than 200 passes in his career. So,
right.
But the reality is that most quarterbacks drafted in the 5th round or later never do anything in the NFL. You could point to the Tom Brady's and the Brock Purdy's, who's having a collapse this year, by the way, all you want. There's always a rare exception. But the odds are when a quarterback is drafted that late, it's for a reason, and clearly that is. He has no feel for the field. Like, the only reason they moved the ball at all in the second half is because they were dinking. I mean, that was like another level of dinking. And I mean, pretty much every pass he threw was like 3 yards or less that completed. How many passes did he complete more than 5 yards down the field? One?
Well, you can pull up his pass chart, Steve. If you give me 17, we can kind of do the little mental math.
Well, but, okay, oh, there it is. Okay.
He had 3 passes completed over 10 yards of air and 5 yards over 5 yards beyond. I mean, look how many green dots are within 5 yards of behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, pretty much everything's within 5 yards.
Look at behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. I mean, he completed more passes behind the line of scrimmage than he did more than 10 yards by a lot.
Yeah.
So that's all he could do. You could blame whatever you want. I mean, we've seen the wide receivers, especially Jerry Jeudy, play well. He didn't have Cedric Tillman, but David Njoku played yesterday. Jerome Ford had the big run to start the game, and he's just, again, I can't justify playing the final 2 games fine, I don't care. But I can't justify having to give more time to a 5th-round pick who has shown no signs of life. I don't care what he did. People got excited because of the preseason and practice. That means zilch. In the NFL, what does he have? 1 touchdown, 10 picks?
1 touchdown, 9 picks in his
9
career
picks.
See, my God, bull. You know, they think you know what? You're not fooling. Yeah. They are good, man. These folks are good, man. They must spend millions of dollars on people that have marketing. Somebody back there is really pulling these strings tough because what they doing is very obvious. At the end of the season, what you trying to sell is hope. You're trying to sell any string, any glimmer of anything. Well, we haven't seen DTR, and they're trying to act like, well, maybe.
Yeah.
We might got something here, 5th-round pick. Listen, DTR wasn't good in college. DTR never won nothing at UCLA. Listen, let's keep it real. Like, he slid a frame. They had 1 drive.
Yeah.
And this man was in the tent again. In the tent.
I don't know if he threw it. Did he even throw a pass on that drive?
No, he ran
He did
once.
not.
He ran once and was in the tent. It's just like, and when you watch him play, and this is no disrespect and no shade, the Bengals were never challenged in that game. The Bengals sat on that sideline, and Jamar Chase and all the rest of them was like, this is what y'all putting out here? They're looking around like, this guy can't look. They did right what you were supposed to do to a young rookie. They was like, oh, listen, we're going to mix all these looks up. That man didn't know who was open. He started taking random sacks, started seeing phantom pressure. And the disappointing part about this is he looked at times just like the other 2 quarterbacks. Don't look like they comfortable in reading defenses. Don't anticipate throws very well. They're wildly inaccurate in the end zone, in the red zone. A lack of care for the football. I told Earl, I said they got the worst quarterback room in the league.
Oh yeah,
the worst quarterback room in the league. Yeah. And the scary part about it is the Browns like their quarterback room.
Gee, before Jason goes.
Yeah.
When they drafted DTR, didn't they say they wanted someone that could replicate Deshaun Watson's skill set?
And he did it exactly.
Just saying, what you described just reminds me a lot of someone else.
DTR is like a combination of Browns Deshaun Watson and P.J. Walker.
And it's a little bit of Johnny Manziel in there too.
Yeah.
Like he be turning around in circles and just throwing up. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, those interceptions were terrible. I mean,
he sped up the whole. He's never comfortable.
No.
Everything is moving too fast for him. You can tell he's skittish. He's jittery.
Yeah.
He's rolling into pressures. As soon as he sees somebody in his face, he's bailing. Listen, I kept saying you got to start him. You got to find out what you have.
Yeah.
Well, now you know what you have, and I still think it was the right decision to play him because you need to give him the opportunity. You drafted the guy. You invested 2 years of time into him.
Sounds like James couldn't play
him?
anyway.
Why not play him and see what you got? Well, now now you're probably going to get 2 more looks at him. You're going to get a really good look at what he's got.
I'm ready to see Zappy.
Oh, Bailey Zappi's going to play. There's no way DTR makes it through another season.
I want to see Zappy. I want to see Zappy this week. Yeah. I don't want to see no more of that.
I mean, just so you know, Bailey Zappi and I look eye to eye at each other.
Bailey Zappi can't play either.
No, it's like...
And Zappy only...
I'm just saying he's going to play because DTR's not making it through.
I might be taller than Bailey Zappi.
Oh, my God.
I'm not kidding.
Wild.
Like, we are eye to eye.
And you know what
you're what, 5'8"?
5'9".
5'9".
The bad part about it is Bailey Zappi smoked us for 300-plus yards one year.
Yes, he did.
At the Brown Stadium.
Did.
Oh, my
he
God.
cooked that medium well.
Like this is...
But
we're in trouble, Jason.
I mean, the Browns made the Bengals defense look pretty good.
Yeah, they did. But
we're in trouble.
The one thing they don't love their quarterback room.
Okay,
not anymore.
Yeah, that I agree.
Jason, I got a text the other day. Yeah, they're kind of out on that quarterback thing.
Now they did think that they really like Dorian coming out of what they've seen last year, coming out of camp. They tried trading Jameis. I've said it 1,000 times. They tried trading Jameis and they demoted him. Like they were trying to push for more opportunities for Dorian. Well, now you see it. And listen, if he got another start, he'd hopefully improve a little bit. I don't think he was this bad last year. In those, at least from what you saw on the field, he beat the Steelers. His numbers weren't great in any game, obviously.
Yeah.
1 touchdown, 9 interceptions. At no point was he putting up good numbers. His best attribute at this point is his feet.
Yeah, the only good plays he made were with his feet. That was it. He made one decent throw. There was one throw in the...
He threw to Jerry Jeudy. It was a 17-yard gain. That was a pretty
That was the only good throw he made the whole game.
And I thought they did and look, there's a common denominator here.
Yeah.
This offensive staff, when the announcers got to keep saying, like, hey, guys, you had one of your best running games last week. Hey, Jerome Ford, kind of ran 62 yards on the first play. Why are you dropping back 40 times with DTR? Like, come on.
Yeah. I know. Well, listen, it all started this year when they fired the whole offensive coaching staff, essentially. That was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Ken Dorsey sucks.
Yeah, he got to go, too.
The whole offensive coaching staff's a disaster.
You got to go, too.
And we'll just leave it at that for now.